You're listening to the Blatino Nerd. Uncut, uncensored, unfiltered. Get dirty and keep it nerdy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Blatino Nerd. And today, I have my first guest host. She is my right-hand man, except she's not really a man. Say what's up, Kristi.
Hey.
And for the next 30, 40 minutes, whatever, we're just going to talk to you about, well, anything, really. Anything that comes to mind. Anything that's on my mind, anything that's on her mind. We might even be able to tell anything that's on your mind, because, you know, I got skills and shit like that. Well, thank you for joining me today, Kristi.
Thanks for having me.
And how's the summer been treating you with the Steve Carino virus and whatnot?
I mean, it's been alright, I guess, so far. My birthday just passed, and at least I got to hang out with some friends, do something a little low-key, and it wasn't, like, as bad as when coronavirus first started.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had that dope birthday get-together on your island at Animal Crossing.
I know, all my islanders and my friends came and visited and threw a party, and it was a lot of fun. They gave me some cupcakes, my islanders.
Yo, I think last time when we had the cupcakes on my island for my birthday, I don't even think I ate any. I gave them all out. And then I was like, ooh, I think I have a cupcake left in my inventory. And I opened my inventory and I was like, fuck. I gave away all my cupcakes. So I didn't even get to get any cupcakes. And I don't know why I'm so mad about like these virtual, like digital cupcakes. But I am. And I'm still really sad about it.
I don't think I ate any of my cupcakes. I think they might still be in my storage. So I can check and then I can send you some if you want. That
would be nice. I would very much like a cupcake. I also didn't know that KK came to visit your island on your birthday. Yes. I thought that was just like a Saturday thing.
No, I think he was on my island on another day that was not a Saturday. But I didn't have any islanders' birthdays.
Because I was like, you know, I didn't get KK on my birthday. And then I realized that like my birthday was just like a week after Animal Crossing had come out. So I don't think anybody had KK yet at that point. So.
Oh, that's right.
Because the game came out, I think, like March 20th, and my birthday was like March 28th, and I was like, But even so, it was a Saturday, and KK should have been there. Son of a bitch. That three-star island shit, man. Like that's such a like a lofty goal. It's like, yo, how do I get like the best singer ever in Animal Crossing to come on my island? Well, you need a 3-star island, and it's like, oh, okay. KK's just too good to come visit me and sing amongst my weeds. But fine, whatever, I don't care. But well, that's good. You had a really awesome birthday, and here we are now. And I don't even know what day of quarantine this is. What is time anymore?
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
It's been like this since what? End of March?
Yeah, like St. Patrick's Day around that time.
Luck of the Irish, my ass.
So almost 3 months.
Yeah, wow. And here we are, almost midway through June already, and nothing. But at least they're opening the restaurants and stuff now.
Yeah, a lot of bars they're saying around here. You can like go on the streets and drink and.
That's just what we need. Bunch of people wearing masks, walking around shit-faced drunk.
Well, they say that you don't need to have your mask when you're outside. So you don't really need, I guess if you're just walking around the street, you don't really need your mask on.
Yeah, I suppose. That's just a bunch of drunk people now.
Yeah.
So it's like now you got to avoid COVID and Karen.
Oh my God, Karens are everywhere.
Because she needed her pina colada.
And she needs her hair salon and her nails done.
But I can't even go in the GameStop. They have to come outside to me. Which, while I do feel special, it's like, I don't know what you have in stock because I'm confined to the sidewalk. Like, please let me in.
Oh, you can't see online what they have in stock?
You can. Like, you can go on the website, but, like, you have to, it's really, like, a roundabout way. Like, on the app, if you're using it on an iPhone, you can check and see if they have it in stock, but then once you go back, it starts your search all over again.
Oh.
And it seems to only be a thing on iPhones, because Android phones, you just go back and do like picked up where you left off, but iPhones were like, nah, bro, you have to start this over. And then like on the website, if you add it to your cart and then like pick up in store, it'll tell you all the stores that have it. And then it's like, but then there's a whole lot they didn't get because of like the virus in the first place.
Oh, so like a lot of shelves are probably empty if you go in the store.
Yeah, like they have this really nice magenta Xbox controller.
Ooh.
I want it, and it's so dope. And like no GameStops have it, and they're like, "Well, we have it online," and I'm like, "I don't want to wait a week for a controller. I need one now."
And plus, like, it could be a lot longer than a week to get things shipped to you.
Yep.
They take like forever now because of COVID.
And then they want like a $6 delivery fee.
Oh my god,
like,
yes.
I'm like, you guys are already getting me on the $70 controller and like the $6 tax, and then you want another $6 to ship. I was like, I'll just wait till the store's open.
Yeah, and it's like horrible. Like, you want to go shopping for some clothes, you can't. You have to go on a website, and who knows if it's gonna fit you when you buy it, if you're gonna like the material.
That would explain that ill-fitting thong I bought last week. I mean, at least Target has a pretty good selection of clothes. I mean, none that fit me, but I've been able to shop for Haley no problem, which has always been really good.
Oh my god, I love Target. I could like live there.
Not lately, because those lines. I mean, with those lines, yeah, you'll probably end up living in Target. Today, because we had to return, I had to return the mixer, so I had to exchange it for another one. So I got the mixer and I put a whole bunch of shit in the cart, and Erica was like, "Okay, so we have to exchange the mixer and then we have to go online to pay for this shit." And I was like, "Or we could sit right here at customer service where we are right now, and just have him scan all this shit."
Did you do it?
He did, fortunately.
Oh, that was nice.
And I just walked right out, and I was like, "Fuck this noise! I am not waiting." The line was all the way. We were at the one in Fairfield, and the line was all the way in the back, and it was like going around the corner past electronics, and I was like, "I'm just here to exchange a mixer. Like, what is this line? I'm gonna be here for an hour just standing in line."
But was that like self-checkout or like the actual people that ring you up? Because the people that ring you up, the line is a lot longer.
You know what? That was just the self-checkout line,
Oh
and
my
I didn't
God.
even bother to look how long the lines for like the regular cashiers were. I was not about that life today at all.
I went Friday and that line was like ridiculous. I just left.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, at least the lines like outside are like non-existent now,
Yeah, there's no line at Fairfield outside. They just let everyone in.
and then you just sit in line forever and ever and ever. I see the one in Riverdale still has lines outside. I've been lucky enough that the last few times that I went, I was just able to like get in and get out. Yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, I went with Erica, and that was the first time in a long time we had to like stand outside and wait in line.
At Fairfield or?
Riverdale.
Yeah.
They're still very big on pushing the line thing.
Which I think they should, but no one wants to listen over here.
Nah, we don't, because, you know, we're North Jersey, and we bout that life. We ain't scared of no damn virus. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but then people bring like 12 other family members, and then they take up the whole damn aisle.
Yeah,
and you can't move.
That bothers me. But I had gone to Target because I needed. They have like this drink that Erica and I like. It's like this lavender. It's like this lavender tea.
Ooh, that sounds kind of really good.
It is really good, and it smells awesome. And like, it's not sweet, like it's unsweetened, but it still manages to be really good. I don't know if it's because of like the ginseng and whatnot, but it's really good. And the last like 4 times we went, they didn't have it, and then I checked the app, and they were like, "Oh, we have it." And I went to Riverdale, and I was like, "There's no lavender tea here. Y'all a bunch of fucking liars."
Oh, the app lied to you?
Yeah, but they had like 3 shelves of like mango tea, and I was like,
Oof.
That happened to us once when we went to go get a pool.
Oh
in
my
Walmart,
god, I remember that.
And we placed it for pickup, and then we went there, and they were just like, "Yeah, we don't have this."
After we paid for it, waited in line, we were so pissed.
Nice. So the third voice you just heard is joining us is my other homie, Jenn. And
Hello.
Jenn is my partner in, like, everything. Horror movies, gaming, all that shit. Like, she is the, like, Nintendo kid supreme. Like, I'm talking, like, Mario and Banjo-Kazooie tats, N64, GameCube, SNES, Switch. She's got it all. Like,
Which I've had plenty of time to play now that I've been stuck home all the time.
word. Like, the amount of hours that I think I have in Animal Crossing is insane. And I'm still nowhere near Erica. Because I look at
I
Erica.
just
and
hit 300.
Oh my
hours.
god.
Erica's on, like, 348
Oh my God.
or something like
I
that.
have,
think
like-
Kristi finally hit 100.
I was gonna say, I think I only have 100.
Well, to be fair, you are also, like, kind of late to the party, so it's forgivable.
Very late to the party.
She's still getting used to video games. She's not as big at gaming as the rest of us.
Nah, not at all. But yeah, it's like walking in Jen's bedroom is like, it's a mini Nintendo museum, bro. Like, I swear.
And my mom said I would grow out of that phase, but she was very wrong.
I'm glad my mom never told me. I don't think my mom ever wanted me to grow out of my video game phase.
She said that I was going to grow up and not like Pokemon anymore, so I would have all these toys and cards for no reason.
It's funny now waiting in line for a Pokemon game and people are like, oh, are you buying a Pokemon game for your daughter? Is her child getting her first Pokemon game? I'm like, what, this kid? Fuck no. This is for me.
I even got Kristi to play Pokemon for a while, actually.
I sure did.
Yeah, weren't you playing, what, Shield?
Yeah.
I think so.
Shield is good. It's just when I bought the Animal Crossing Switch, I didn't realize that your save didn't carry over.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to start the whole game over now. And
Pokemon doesn't carry over.
nope. Nintendo was like, hey, we're going to provide you with a cloud service, but we really hope you're not trying to carry Pokemon over. Yep, nope. I had to start over Let's Go Eevee 2, but fortunately I know Pokemon Yellow like the back of my hand, so that playthrough
Yeah,
was
that one's definitely easier to replay through.
that playthrough was nothing.
That's the one I said Kristi should get because I think it's a good introduction.
It is. It's a really good starter point.
You would need a separate Joy-Con because you're.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do have a light. I have an extra Pokeball. You can use that.
Oh yeah, you can.
You just use it as a controller. It's like one button does everything.
Yeah, the Switch is my first video game console, and I just turned 29 years old. So,
Better late than never.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm late to the game. I'm very late to the game.
Wow, 29. Really? Oh, 29 was a good year, man.
Yeah. Actually, I was 28, but, I just turned 29, so we'll count it as
And
29.
she bought her Switch when we were here because she was the only one here without a Switch.
Yeah, so
I had major FOMO. Oh my god, I was so left out. Everyone but me had the Switch.
I had a bunch of friends over one night, and literally, like, there's a Switch circle going on in my house. Everybody's sitting in, like, a different sector of my living room, and everybody's got a Switch. And Kristi's, like, either in her phone, watching TV, or staring off into space because she doesn't know what to do. So my friend Veda finally looks up and she goes, Kristi doesn't have a Switch, does she? And I was like, she does not. So she was like, that's what I'm doing on my phone. I'm looking for one. So I go, yo, I found a Target that has a Switch Lite, but we should probably go now before it's sold out. So we drove to a Target, like, 30 minutes away.
Yep.
Because they had a Switch Lite. And we get there, and just as we get there, dude's bringing out a box of them, and I'm like, yes, this is happening. So I think actually was it my birthday?
Yeah.
It was my birthday party,
Yeah.
actually. So I spent my birthday party driving Kristi to a Target to buy a Switch because that's what good friends do. And it was also kind of sad that even my 6-year-old was sitting in the living room with a Switch and Kristi staring off into space because there's nothing else going on for her.
I told her she was gonna want one eventually. And she was like, yeah, one day.
It's awesome though because like the Switch has something for everybody. And even if you're not like
You don't have to be a hardcore gamer.
exactly. Like, you don't have to be big into video games at all. You can just see something on the Switch and be like, yeah, I want that. It's the one console my mom still doesn't have, though, which shocks me, because my mom's got a fucking PS4.
Does she?
She does. She
Well,
has
she
a
need
bit
to
of-
get on that Animal Crossing so we can all hang out together.
I can tell you my mom does not have the time for Animal
No?
Crossing. My mother is like Wonder Woman in real life. If she's not doing work for the shelter, she's doing like other like charity events and tricky trays and shit like that. My mother probably... I catch my mother maybe once a week at my aunt's house. Other than that, it's like if you don't go to her office, you're not going to see her at all. But I really wish that she would get on it because I think she would like Animal Crossing. And I know you're listening to this, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
Hi, Mimi.
That's grandma to you.
That's Grandma.
Mimi.
Oh,
Stop calling her Mimi. You get your...
Hi, Mimi.
Say
What?
hi to Tutu.
Hi, Desire.
Aw.
Yes, the podcast has been invaded
Dada.
by Haley. Say hi to everyone, Haley.
Hi.
This episode, I'm just gonna have to call it the Blatino Nerd and Friends because this is, and you're clapping. And what are you doing in here?
I'm singing.
You're singing. What are you singing?
She's hanging out with her BFF, Kristi.
Yes. If you guys don't know,
Kitty cat. Daddy's
Kristi-
a kitty cat.
Kristi and my daughter are practically like best friends. I met Kristi for the first time when Haley had just turned 3.
Yeah.
And Jenn and Kristi came over one night, and
Am I putting myself?
they were both fucking... they were stoned. And, you know, the good thing about it, you know, they're chill anyway. But, you know, when they're stoned, they're a lot of fun, especially for a child. So Haley just grabs Kristi by the hand and goes, "Come on, play with me." And for about 3 hours, Kristi sat in the room with Haley playing with toys, and the rest of us are out in the living room just talking, playing video games and shit. And nope, Haley's playing with Lego and doing all, and Kristi's just having a grand old time. And I'm like, "Hi, Kristi, are you okay in there?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good." She was like, "Your daughter's so cute." And I'm like,
Children just gravitate towards Kristi.
Oh my God, they do.
They really
Every
do.
single one.
I don't know what I think it's your personality.
I act like a child.
I mean, I didn't say that.
No, I think it's because you're very like interactive with them.
You are.
Oh yeah.
Kids like
yeah. But, so you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, Haley?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My life is like the best, and I always play jump rope and hula hooping, and I'll play with you guys.
Aw.
You hear that? If you guys ever come by or get to visit the nerd, my daughter will play with you. She loves jump roping. She loves hula hooping, as she calls
Doing
it.
tricks.
She knows a lot of
And
tricks.
she's pretty good
What's
at
my
video
hoop?
games.
She does tricks with hoops. And yeah, and as Jen said, she's actually very good at video games. She's pretty amazing at Animal Crossing. I think she's actually beaten Hello Neighbor, which is something that even I have not managed. So
Oh yeah, she loves that game.
Mhm.
Right?
I thought. What about Go Vacation?
she actually has not played Go Vacation in months.
She
Oh
logged,
my
she logged enough
God.
hours on that one.
Oh yeah, she's got more than enough hours on Go Vacation. She's also been playing a lot of Disaster Report.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
it's like Japan is like hit by like this earthquake, and you and like a bunch of other survivors have to like work together and stuff like that. And she's obsessed with it.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, she'll play for hours, and I'm like, I played for about a couple hours, and I enjoyed it. And then Haley asked if she could play, and she's had it ever since.
She just took it over.
Haley's also into YouTube. She
Oh my
watches
God.
YouTube a lot. What's your favorite thing to watch on YouTube?
Elsia and Anya.
Elsie and Anya.
Those are the two girls, right?
Yeah.
They're just dolls.
Oh no, Elsie and Anya are
Oh,
like
those are the dolls.
the little kid versions of. Well, they're supposed to be the daughters of Elsa and Anna,
Oh, okay.
but they're like dolls and whatnot. Yeah. But the two girls that
That's
that-
the family, right? The
yeah,
one-
Jillian and Addie. Jillian and Addie are funny.
Yeah,
I
those
love
ones
those
are
videos.
funny.
Those are good.
Yeah, whenever I see Jillian and Addie, I just like, oh, Jillian and Addie, press.
Yep, pretty much. And then I always end up watching it. And then she'll like turn it off, and I'm like, yo, I wasn't done watching that. What is going on here?
You need to know what happened.
Yeah, like I didn't know what
And
happened.
then once I got into Jillian and Addie,
You got into them?
yeah,
Yeah. It's very easy to get into. Their videos are funny.
yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll hope they'll listen, and they'll come say what's up.
Yeah,
We'd love to have them.
yeah. Hi, Jillian. Hi, Addie.
Let's hope they hear it one day. She
Yeah.
also likes a lot of movies. What's your favorite movie?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. She has watched that movie a bunch of times. I'm pretty sure she can quote it word for word, which is a trait she gets from her dear sweet dad, because the amount of movies I can quote offhand without even thinking are fucking astounding. She's a big music lover. What's your favorite song?
Miraculous. No, Playtime. The
Playtime?
Playtime.
The Playtime song.
Playtime, playtime, it is time for playtime.
I still think that is so creepy.
You watch that on YouTube?
It's so creepy.
Playtime, playtime,
Who
it
wrote
is
the
time
song?
for playtime.
I'm not sure. It's from okay, so I just learned that these games were a thing. And if you guys have heard of these, feel free to like comment on the page or whatever after you hear it. But Baldi's Basics,
What is that?
it's apparently like a
It's like huge among kids.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
apparently like a survival horror like educational game.
Interesting.
He's like this teacher, and he like locks you in a classroom, and he'll ask you a bunch of questions. And like
There's
if you
one girl.
playtime
girl.
as the little girl in the class.
Yeah,
and
she's
it's-
the littlest.
If you get all of his questions right, he lets you go. But the more you get wrong, the angrier he gets, and he turns into like this terrifying like monster.
That's creepy.
I've only just recently learned of this, and it's like Baldi's Basics, as Jen said, is very popular amongst kids, and I'm like, so is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, they love that stuff.
What is up with this generation of kids?
The
They're
kids
just
are actually into Bendy and the Ink Machine too.
which astounds me, because that game creeps me out.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Me
And
too.
I'm 32.
Last time, like, oh, there's a guy. Run away,
Another
run
game.
away,
She
there's
plays it
a-
all the time. Like it's no big deal.
Like,
The
I
ink
can't
demon,
find
right?
this ink.
Yeah.
This jar of ink. I'm still finding. And I don't want to be caught by Bendy, so that's why I'm never playing it again.
That's a good
If
reason.
you ever need my help, I can help.
Yeah. Jen will definitely help you.
Okay.
That game gives me the creeps. I love it, but
like,
it
It
just,
is really creepy. If you
I
haven't played it,
almost, like,
check it out.
I
yeah,
almost
definitely.
creeped out because Bendy was there. Like, Bendy, I want to run away.
And you'll look like a demon.
We need to get,
Yeah.
we need to give you your own podcast.
A black demon. A black.
Made of ink.
We need to give you your own
Yeah.
podcast, kid. And what else do you like, Haley?
I like video games. I'm into. I like playing Aladdin.
Oh yeah, she
The old school one, right?
the one for Genesis.
Yeah.
Now, I have it for Switch, and I always tell her that she can play it, but she prefers I turn on the arcade machine so she can play it that way.
Oh, that's cool.
So I turn on the arcade machine so she can play Aladdin, and she loves it. I think she tried The Little Mermaid once. She didn't like it. She
Oh, I
wanted to
never
play
played
Aladdin.
that one.
The Little Mermaid.
I only knew of its
I got in
existence. I've never
shock
played it either.
because-
But
I
Haley,
like Lion King
Because
when I
I
was
keep
growing up.
like.
yo, the fucking I can't wait to be king level. Fuck that
I
level.
know.
Keep like dying.
Like top 10 hardest levels in gaming history, and I know there's gonna be that one smartass. I can beat it, no problem. Now, fuck you. This isn't your part of the conversation. That level is hard. Stop it.
That level is definitely a struggle.
It's the fucking double jump. The rest of that level is fine. It's the jumping over the the tree stumps and shit. I can never get the timing on that right. And then like the ostrich just hits and just goes like, and just stops moving, and then you're just splat into the floor.
Was there ever like a Beauty and the Beast game, or was that not?
There is one. Again, I have it.
Oh, really? On the arcade?
Yeah, I have it on there. I've never actually sat down to take the time and play it, which I should, because like all the 90s Disney games are great.
Yeah, they are.
Like Darkwing Duck, Chip and Dale. The only one I'm not a fan of is Goof Troop. I think that game sucks.
Goof Troop? I don't think I ever played that.
Goof Troop had a game for Super Nintendo, and it's one of the few bad Disney games of that era. I was not a fan of Goof Troop at all. I thought it sucked, which broke my heart because Goof Troop is like one of my favorite shows ever. But the game was just like, nah.
There's always got to be one game that doesn't meet the mark.
It has to be. Like, yo, the underrated gem, Mickey's Magical Circus Adventure.
Oh, I don't think I ever played that.
So underrated. So good.
What system is that for?
SNES. I believe there is a Genesis version, but I played the SNES version. But it's so underrated. It's so crazy fun. I think there's only 6 levels, so you can play through it like really quickly if you know what you're doing. But it's so fun. So here we are. It is now like June 7th, and it's looking like we're like one step closer to
freedom.
I guess freedom. I mean, we'll finally be able to like eat outside.
At least.
Yeah, so some semblance of normalcy. I mean, at least we'll be able to eat outside next weekend, which is nice.
I've missed going to my restaurants. We used to go every week.
Yeah, but we can only go where they have outdoor seating.
And we still have to sit 6 feet apart.
And it's probably going to be packed because everyone's going to be cooking.
I was going to say I want to go to Joe's, but I'm like, Joe's is probably the one restaurant that's going to take forever to get into.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, did Applebee's announce if they're allowing people to eat outside? I just need some fucking mozzarella sticks in my life. Right? Like, Applebee's mozzarella sticks are like top tier.
We got Applebee's the other day, and Kristi was hating on them.
Oh, the mozzarella sticks were just not good.
Which one did you go to?
The one on 46.
I thought they were good.
Nuh-uh.
I've come to find that it depends on the time of day.
It was cold. The cheese was just
Oh,
it was.
That's unfortunate.
It is because they're so good. I got spinach dip, the clear choice. Yo,
spinach dip. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Applebee's spinach dip.
It is. It's so good and cheesy. I miss my diner the most, and I know I can get it to go, but it's not the same.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to go there for a while, though, because they don't have outdoor seating. Unless they put tables in the parking lot, which...
They just should at this point.
It's not a terrible
socialize,
idea.
Like...
Yeah, and that's not a terrible idea.
It's not. Some parking lots are, like, huge. Cut off half the parking lot, put some tables out there, and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it.
Well, the good news is that Digital Press opens on the 15th, so we can all go back and buy our retro video games.
Leo, I hope you can hear this. Please, open. I just need to go in there. I'm going to spend a crazy amount of money, and it's probably going to cause me a divorce, but
Same.
You know what? It's cool. I'm with it. I need some kind of happy place, and Digital Press is definitely one of my happy places.
Will they be taking trade-ins, though?
I'd imagine not.
Yeah, probably not.
I'd imagine not, because GameStop's not even taking trade-ins.
Yeah, because how do you clean that? How do you disinfect it properly?
Exactly. They're not even taking returns. They're not even taking returns, and I have a bunch of stuff that I actually do legitimately need to return, and it's just sitting there because...
Yeah, because we saw at Target, they had, a big pile of returns, and people aren't even allowed to touch them, because...
Yeah. And it's funny, because they can take the returns, but the returns just sit there.
Yeah, because you have to, I guess, let it...
Oh, yeah, they can't put it back on the floor.
Yeah, probably has to possibly die on its own.
And, places, prime example, GameStop isn't even taking cash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Most of them have signs on the door, and it's no cash. It has to be a GameStop gift card or straight up credit card. It can't even be debit.
That's funny because when I went to the Chinese food store, they only took cash. They wouldn't take my card.
Really?
Yes, which I thought was very weird.
The Chinese restaurant I go to only takes cash anyway, but they do have an ATM in there now, so it's a good start. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge start.
I don't think there was an ATM inside the Chinese place. I went to the one next to which one do you go? You go to Yiki?
I go to Yiki.
I went to the one Goody.
Oh, good. Goody's good, but nah, Yiki's king of that area, man.
I was just craving Chinese food. Oh my god.
Yo, I need to get that because I like egg drop soup. That's my shit.
What exactly is an egg drop soup?
It's literally just like egg whites and like a chicken broth.
Oh.
It's actually really delicious.
See, I'm learning things here now. I've always seen it, and I'm like, egg drop soup.
Oh my god. It sounds weird, and like the first time the texture might seem weird to you, but put those little crackers you get with it in there, and
I was like
chef's
those.
kiss.
I was like,
Mwah.
I love it. Chef's kiss. Is it like those little oyster crackers?
Kind
Like
of,
those little
yeah.
Oh, I love those
good.
things. So good.
Soup and crackers, man. Classic. Undefeated.
I've been getting by on Wendy's chili. I don't know if you guys know this, and you probably don't, but I have such like an obsession with Wendy's chili. I can't explain it because it's not even that like it's just regular ass chili. It's not made any kind of special way. They don't fucking age the beef or anything like that. It's not made with like wine or any kind of vinegar reduction. It's just regular ass chili.
No, Wendy's is just the best fast food around.
I agree.
Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King. Burger King's the worst.
Nah, I can't say they're the worst because Burger King, there's a few like menu items they have that like fucking slap.
Wendy's is just
McDonald's is
superior.
always the best for me because I'm a vegetarian and I can at least get breakfast there.
And their fries are top tier.
They do have the best fries. They really do.
Unless you can get the Checkers.
Oh my god, Checkers is great.
Plus, whoever fucking runs the Wendy's Twitter needs a raise because, I love Wendy because Wendy is always with the shit on Twitter all day, every day.
I wonder what the person looks like who runs that shit.
Yo, you know what? You probably meet them, and deadass is probably like some like ginger girl with like glasses of like some indeterminate race who just listens to like Mad Migos. It's like, well, what does she look like? Pretty nondescript, red hair, freckles, glasses.
Like the Wendy's girl?
Yeah, pretty much.
She a Wendy for sure.
She's like fucking Janie Briggs from Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh my God,
She's got glasses and a ponytail.
That movie's a classic.
Oh, it really is. Which, okay, so I've been watching that movie every time it comes on for years. It just fucking hit me that was Chris Evans.
I know.
And I was like, holy shit, that's right. Captain America, like this was like his first movie. Holy shit. But my obsession with Jamie Presley is what always draws me to that movie.
I remember watching that when I was like a teenager. Everyone was all about that movie.
My favorite is the guy who always, I can't think of his name, but he always pretends to be Japanese.
I need to rewatch that.
And at the beginning, he's just like, I see you guys later. And you see those two white guys, he's like, man, that cracker is white. Can't he see that, yo?
Dude, you know what movie's great that I haven't seen in a while? Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Okay, so full disclosure, I think I've only seen that movie once.
What?
That's the exact reaction I get every time. I've only seen Zack and Miri Make a Porno once.
Oh my god, it's so funny. That's a funny one, and like Knocked Up and all the other classics.
Admittedly, I wasn't a big fan of Seth Rogen initially. He had to grow on me, but like with everything that's gone on in the past week, he's become like my hero now. So
I saw on his Instagram
Yo.
what he was doing. He was telling people to fuck off.
Seth Rogen is with the shit. If you're on Instagram and you follow Seth Rogen, don't say anything that's going to set him off, because, yo, he is with the shit. He's with the shit this week. I love it. Him and Devin Sawa, because I follow Devin Sawa. Remember the guy from fucking Final Destination and Idle Hands?
Oh my god.
The guy who played
Really?
the guy who played Stan in the Stan video. I follow him on Instagram. His Instagram is really fucking funny, because he's like the world's like ultimate troll.
I'll have to check that out.
He posted like the anniversary of like the Stan video, and someone like commented, and they were like, bro, like your obsession with Eminem is like unhealthy. You act as if you were in the video or something. And Devin Sawa was like, right? And I'm like, oh shit, he doesn't even realize he's talking to Stan.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking great. But his Instagram is fucking funny too.
Social media is wild nowadays.
It really is. I used to just go to social media when I just like wanted to be nosy and see how everybody was doing with their life. Now I go there and like everybody's either governor of the world
Or the next health expert.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Or a social media expert. And it's always you people have an unhealthy obsession with social media, and it's like, this is your 14th post today, Jimmy. Shut up. No one
Get
cares.
off the computer and go feed your kids.
And then everyone is suddenly an expert on like everything because of social media.
They sure are. They know all the laws about immigration, coronavirus, racism. You know, it's amazing that they're not president of the United States. They really have all the qualifications.
I want to run for president.
I'll vote for you.
I used to think about it all the time. Then I thought really hard about it, and I was like, I don't know if I want that kind of pressure. And it's not because I don't think I can handle it. It's just because I don't have a filter.
Yeah.
And I would piss a lot of people off, because my solution to everything would just be like, it would be a typical Jordan solution. Like, it could be like, well, Russia wants to bomb the U.S. I'm like, well, you tell them motherfuckers to bring their asses over here, because I got time.
We can just push Russia from here to over there.
Like, why don't we take Korea and push it somewhere else?
Didn't they have an article that they claimed that Kim Jong-un or whatever had a botched like heart surgery?
Yeah, and he was
fine.
dead, and then Homeboy popped up on the news and was like, sup?
He's like,
Did
miss
you
me?
miss-
I
Exactly.
saw all those memes you were writing.
And they were like, yo, so Kim Jong-un is dead. And I was like, are y'all sure? Because, like, I feel like Facebook is the only place I seem to be seeing this. There's no news report. Nobody, like, bruh, when we got fucking, what was his name? Saddam Hussein? There was a fucking YouTube video of that shit.
Oh, yeah. I was at Atlantic City, and they played it on the TV, and me and my friends and everyone in AC were like, woo!
Like, that had to be the first public execution. Like, it was like the world's first social media execution. They were like, nah, homeboy, we got him. Watch this shit. Yo, a bunch of people at my job were watching it when that shit happened, and I was like, I'm glad we got him, but I'm pretty sure this isn't workplace appropriate. But I just walked in, they were like, yo, Jordan, check this out. And I just see some dude get hanged, and I'm like,
Yep. It's like America's snuff film.
for real, it's like it was the one snuff film that everyone in the world wanted to see. But it was like Kim Jong-un is dead, and it's like, what proof do you have of that? And then all of a sudden he just popped up and was like, sup, bitches? I'm here. Y'all a bunch of suckers.
The best is when Family Guy like made fun of that. Oh man.
Family Guy.
Speaking of which, when's the new South Park episodes about what's going on in our world right now?
Yo, next season of South Park is going to be the greatest fucking thing ever. Because they're going to have the fucking, the protests and shit. Corona. Jeez.
What else are we missing here? Anything? The murder hornets didn't really make it.
Yeah.
No.
I think they made it as far as like Florida, and then they was just like, nah, we cool.
They saw what was happening and they were just like, I'm out.
Like, that was like the Murder Hornets was a filler episode. That was like the episode right before Goku turned Super Saiyan. It's just 30 minutes of like, nah, we made our appearance. We out. The death of Kobe. See that? You know what? Kobe died when this year started, and it just literally never got better.
It did. It was like Kobe died. Well, the whole thing's going to shit.
Yep, like it didn't get any better once Kobe died. It was something new.
All I care about is protecting Betty White. Nothing better happened to me.
Oh my god.
Betty White is gonna outlive all of us. Betty White's gonna be at our funerals like 50 years from now. Like, excellent.
I can now harvest their life forces.
And everybody's like, man, would you believe that Betty White is the only Golden Girl left alive? And I'm like, yeah, motherfuckers think that's coincidence? Like, she knew what she was doing.
Who did she sacrifice to make that happen?
Word. Well, what is she now, like 97?
She old as fuck. That's all I know.
And it's still like, I mean, with Corona aside, it's still like super busy working on like TV shows and stuff. And I'm like, yo.
Is she really?
Yeah.
She don't just sit on her butt. She's still active. That's probably why she's so healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some episodes of like her old show, Life with Elizabeth. It's so funny.
I don't know if I ever saw that.
I don't know what that is.
It was like the same era as like I Love Lucy and all of those.
Okay.
So it's like black and white, and Betty White was gorgeous like in that era.
I
She was.
have to watch that sometime.
I forget what streaming app it's on. I have to figure it out and I'll let you know. But I was just scrolling through like apps on my Roku and it was like Life with Elizabeth and I was like, that's Betty White. So I watched like the first like 4 episodes and Erica and Haley are like dead asleep, so I'm in bed like trying not to, because the show is funny and I'm trying not to wake them up. But I also shouldn't be watching Roku at 2 o'clock in the morning because that's how I ended up with that fucking vac mop because infomercials.
Oh god, that's how they get you.
Every time. And it's like, click here. And then they make it so easy because during the infomercial, Roku's like, press OK if you want to order this. And I'm like,
Sounds like a terrible idea.
but
Sounds
fuck.
like I'd be buying shit every night.
Yep.
Exactly.
Erica wakes up and is like, hey, did we always have this 50-foot robot? Like, nah, man. But I was up eating a bowl of cereal. I was up eating some Captain Crunch. And this shit showed up on TV, and I couldn't think of a reason we shouldn't have a 50-foot robot. So, 50-foot robot in the backyard now. So this has been a wild ride. And I want to thank you guys for appearing today.
Of
It was
course.
fun.
This was fun, and we definitely have to do this way, way more often.
I am down.
Awesome.
We should do something one day, like try out a new game and like maybe review it or something. That would be
I'm
pretty
hit.
fun.
You know what? I'm totally here for that.
That'd
I'm
be
with
fun
that.
times.
Well, I thank you guys for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of
Thank you
course,
for
of
having
course.
me.
You guys are the best. And before I go, on a sadder note here, the world lost a great, great person last week. A good buddy of mine, and I'll give you a short story about that. I had the fortune of attending Rosa Parks High School in Patterson, which is a performing arts high school. So everyone there had some kind of awesome talent, whether acting, playing an instrument, drawing, creative writing, dancing, all of those things. If you had a talent and you wanted to hone your skill, that was the absolute place to be. Yours truly was in the choir, naturally. And I've had the privilege of meeting great people there, a large majority of whom I still keep in regular contact. Shout out to all of you guys, you know who you are. But I want to say this was maybe my junior year. I got the pleasure of meeting one of the incoming freshmen that year. His name was Paul Urbaez. And I was already very good friends with his brother Mike. Shout out to Mike if you're listening. How's it going, brother? And, you know, immediately we found we had a lot of things in common. Excuse me here if I get a little choked up during this. And our love of music was definitely the one thing that immediately drew us together. And we had the awesome fortune of having the same lunch period. So during the lunch period, we would often talk about our favorite bands, System of a Down, Blink-182, Coheed and Cambria. But one thing we had in common was our absolute love for Fall Out Boy. So one day he let it slip that he could play guitar. And pretty well. So the yearly talent show was running around, and me, Paul, my buddy Jose, who actually learned to play the song on bass because when we told him we were doing it, he wanted to be a part of it. So he went and learned the song on bass, and he picked it up so quickly and so impressively that we were like, yes. And a great friend of mine, Jasmine Motley, who, if you guys have never heard her with her band, she is probably one of the greatest drummers on earth. And her time is coming, I promise you. And so for the talent show, we did Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy. And the performance went well, and it was a great thing. And we had people come from backstage in the middle of our performance and start dancing with us. And for weeks after the performance, people were still humming along and singing along to it. And even now, I have friends who tell me, like, hey, remember when you guys did Fall Out Boy in the talent show? And I was like, yes, that was crazy. And it, to this day, is one of the absolute highlights of my life. And it just, tragically, he passed away last week. And the world is now just a little bit darker without him in it. And we had just messaged each other maybe a month or so ago. Me, him, Jasmine, and Jose were all going to get together and make plans. And then I had plans with him and Brother Michael to attend some shows. And we never got to. That never came around. And I only met his wife in passing. But he left behind a lovely wife and two beautiful children. And this episode is dedicated to the memory of my buddy, Paul Urbaez. I miss you, I love you, and thanks for being such a major part of my life. Rest in peace, brother. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 3 of the Blatino Nerd. I'll catch you next time, and as always, keep it nerdy.